It's not that far, B. How many minutes? 45 minutes. We can go to Nigeria and come back this morning. I mean, it's not that hard. It's not hard for God to do. Well, you're welcome back to the AM Club right here on MX24. My name is Udwa Kamenta for today. Usually, Miriam is added to it, but today we're doing Udwak, okay? But we're going to be getting into a big conversation, crossing all the way to Nigeria, all the way to Nigeria to have a big conversation about today. But before we get into that, let's talk about something Equity Health Insurance has for all of us. Your health is your greatest asset, and planning for future medical needs is essential. The Equity Health Insurance Future Health Plan is a long-term health savings and insurance solution designed to provide financial security for your future medical expenses with flexible contribution options. This plan ensures that you or your loved ones are covered in times of need, whether it's routine checkups, specialized treatments, or emergency care. You can enjoy peace of mind knowing that your healthcare is secured. By subscribing to the Future Health Plan, you gain a structured health savings fund, access to top-tier medical care, financial protection against unforeseen health expenses. Starting to plan your future should begin today. So contact us on 050-6607-910 or 050-9969-010 to enroll today. Equity Health Insurance, we say always here for you. Now, with Jibu Water, staying refreshed has never been easier. Jibu Water provides clean, healthy water brand. Send your CV to our WhatsApp number 059-2292746. That's 059-2292746. Let's build something big together. Now, for our big conversation, we're throwing a spotlight on Democracy Day 2025 in Nigeria. Democracy Day is a national public holiday. So today in Nigeria, we are jamming, and I'm saying we are jamming because you people, I mean, you never know. You never know. Because the next picture you might see, I come from Nigeria, you never know, okay? Well, we are going to be crossing over to have a conversation with Fola Folayan. He's a journalist and executive director, the Radio Masterclass. Good morning, Fola.
Good morning, Udrak. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, sis. How are you doing? Everything going well?
I'm good. Everything is going well. Thank you for having me. And
no, thank you for joining us. I was telling them earlier that you just never know. I could be in Nigeria. Where in Nigeria are you right now?
Okay, so this is funny. I'm actually in Kigali, Rwanda at the moment.
So I'll go and enjoy Nigeria on your behalf. So right after the show,
by all means.
That won't be bad, I could just go to Nigeria right now. You never know.
And you have fun.
It's so good to have you on the show this morning. I am super excited. But let's get into the conversation for the day. That is Democracy Day. Break it down to us. All these years as Nigerians and Ghanaians have been observing this day. What does it look like, or what is it for Nigerians to celebrate Democracy Day?
Thank you very much for that question. So Democracy Day, ideally is a day that Nigerians celebrate and kind of reflect on the progress that has been made from 1999 when we crossed over from, military rule into democratic and civilian government. It's a time that should be a national celebration, but I have to be honest with you that a lot of Nigerians presently are not exactly in a celebratory mood. And of course, the reasons are quite glaring. But for me personally, it's a day of reflection, reflecting on the sacrifices, reflecting on, the resilience and the resistance that has brought us here to where we are right now. It's also a day that we engage with, civil authority, a day and an opportunity to ask the tough questions, about our democratic journey, whether or not we're truly living up to democratic ideals. So different Nigerians have, what Democracy Day means for them, and what it ideally should be from what it currently is right now.
Well, so again, I think you just zoomed me into my next question, because I was going to ask that, we are talking Democracy Day. Is Nigeria truly democratic? In the past 3-4 years, lots of conversations have been had that looks like some Nigerians do not believe that they live in a democratic state. the belief that people who control the narratives and their lives are being controlled by a certain group of people, which does not make it look or feel like a democratic state. But let's go back to the positives. What are some of the achievements that, you know, Nigeria has garnered for itself that, you know, it's worth celebrating today?
Well, it's interesting. I would say that on paper, Nigeria is living in a democracy. I mean, we are in a democratic government. We have elections every 4 years. We have democratic institutions. So these are some of the things that would make you say that, yes, Nigeria is a democracy on paper by definition. In reality, people have different opinions about this. And if we want to look at the positives, I would say, yes, indeed, Nigerians have a say. Nigerians have a voice in how they're being governed. Nigerians get to choose who their leaders are. You know, they get to vote. Everyone has, you know, the one citizen, one vote. And we do have institutions. We have, you know, the rule of law, at least on paper. So like I said, there are things to celebrate.
The fact that you constantly say it's on paper is very worrying. The fact that you keep saying on paper,
because it is there, it's in the Constitution, it's legal, but then in practice, experiences and, you know, it differs, really. Because there are issues. We're not going to sugarcoat it. There are issues, but at least it is enshrined in the Constitution, and I think that that's a good thing. Because when we have the law, then we can go from there.
Yes, yes. Well, so I guess there's not so many things to... I guess a good thing is that, well, it's in the law. If someone decides to make it happen for Nigerians, then there's a place to start from because it's been enshrined in the law. Well, in your opinion, how has democracy impacted Nigerians' development? Lots of things we have seen when it comes... Some conversations we cannot have on this side of town because we don't have that kind of development. But when we're talking democracy's impact on development in Nigeria, how do you think that impact has been made?
I think that the impact has been quite significant, considering where Nigeria used to be. For some of us who lived under military rule when we were much younger, we saw the difference. We saw how, you know, things used to be in terms of democratic institutions, in terms of, you know, implementation, you know, in terms of even access to information, in terms of, you know, media access, press freedom. All of these things have really been, I think, a significant growth. Back in the day, you know, you didn't have access to even get on TV and ask certain questions, or, you know, or even write certain articles. Newspapers were being shut down. Television journalists and broadcast journalists were being hunted down. You know, but things are a little bit different now. Now we have an active civil society. We have a more vocal and resilient press. You know, democratic structures exist now. You know, technology has been introduced to help in the electoral process. You know, so all of these things are achievements. They're not perfect, you know, but the fact that these structures exist, we should appreciate it.
Absolutely. And then that takes us back to some of the challenges ordinary Nigerians face in their daily lives under the current democratic rule, because you have lived through the two dispensations, and so you do understand what the nuances were then and what the privileges are now. So let's talk about some of the challenges that you think still exist even in democratic rule, even in a democratic system for an ordinary Nigerian.
Yeah, the challenges are many. We could talk about it up until next year, if you ask me. You know, but to, you know, simply right now, the biggest challenge for a lot of Nigerians is security. We do know what is happening in you know, northeastern Nigeria. We've been dealing with insecurity for years, and now it is extended into the north central and, you know, coming down to the southwest. You know, so security is a big challenge. The economy is also not looking good for Nigerians. Yes, you know, the subsequent administrations, previous ones and the ones that we have right now, they have done all well, I can't say that they've done their best, but they're saying that they're doing everything that they can, to uplift the lives of Nigerians. But it's not been easy. It's not been easy. Food prices are skyrocketing. Housing is continuously unattainable for the average Nigerian, and we're facing problems of brain drain as well. Our education has gone to the pits, so all of these issues still are on the table. And in terms of, democratic rule, there should also be access to information. There should be a room for people to speak up and protest what they don't find palatable for them. We're having a lot of stifling in the media space, in the civic, in the civic space as well. So all of these issues need to be looked at. Police brutality is staring at Nigerians in the face. Young people are getting picked up randomly. So all of this needs to be addressed if indeed we want to have a stable democracy.
Absolutely. Then that brings us to the majority of Nigerians, that's the youth. What role do we play in making sure that Nigeria's democratic future looks better than it is now? What role do we have to play in this?
In my opinion, I would say two roles. I would say young people have two roles to play. One is to never shut up and to keep speaking out. Keep holding leaders to accountable. To holding leaders accountable. Keep on asking questions. And then secondly, I think young people should also get involved. Get involved in your local community. Get involved in the governance, because one of the key problems that Nigerians complain about is that, the quality of leadership, the people in the House of Reps, the people in the local governments, the people who are speaking for us, our lawmakers are not up to par, they're not putting forward the right bills. But then again, when it's time for elections, when it's time to get involved in community politics, where are the young people? They say that, they're not giving us a chance, but do you step forward? Do you get involved from the grassroots? So we need more community organizers. We need more young people to get involved and to ask questions and to put themselves forward for these positions. Because at the end of the day, the lawmakers who are out there making these laws in the national and the state assemblies, they are from the community. But if you don't step forward to be picked, then anybody, some random thug will stand in your place, and then you're going to complain that they're not making laws that favor you, or they're not making laws that speak for you. So I think two things: young people should ask questions, hold leaders to account, speak up, use all available legal avenues, and then get involved in local community organizing.
Excellently said. Excellently said. And I think one thing you do acknowledge is that the talking is ongoing. Maybe not the engagements with power, but Nigerians having kept quiet even after NSAS. At least that was when the entire world started focusing on what it is that is going on in Nigeria. And even after that, through to your elections, we've seen Nigerian activists, we've seen young people come out and speak up about the conditions they're living in. So hopefully these conversations turn into actions for leadership in Nigeria. Well, how do you think celebrating this day, just every single year, June 12th, we come here to celebrate this day, loud this conversation, because we want to promote civic engagement. But do you think that just putting up the day and celebrating it will promote that?
Yes, it will. But then again, it can also be better. It can be deeper. I would recommend that for better civil engagement, we need to start going into schools, because our young people, they're very, a lot of them are being taught, but are they being taught the right things? We need to get to the grassroots. So we need to take this civil education to schools, to young people. And then social media. So many young people on they're on social media right now. They're on TikTok, they're on Instagram, they're everywhere, consuming content, doing dance challenges and all of those things. Those things are good. But then again, where is the civil education? Where is the information? So Democracy Day, in as much as we're celebrating and in as much as we're talking about it, we should get into schools, we should get on social media, we should organize digital platforms like this, use all the available media platforms that we can get to put that information out there. Even old people in the villages, they're on WhatsApp, they're on Facebook, getting all sorts of information. We should penetrate those spaces, take the conversation to the people who need to hear it.
True.
That's what we should be doing.
Wow. I pray that they're hearing us and they are going to do just that. Because for me, these kind of conversations are very important. This morning, my colleague and I we're talking about one of the situations we're dealing in Ghana. I think one of the things he brought up was, listen, just education. Education will solve all of these issues. We don't have to go back to repeating the same things we have complained about and talked about over the years. Just simple education will solve this issue, or will give us a good percentage, of results from whatever we're complaining about. But before I let you go, Nigerians were trying to work together. We've seen tribalism stifle the growth of working together as a country. We've seen political affiliations, which, by the way, is not an issue isolated or unique to Nigeria. It's around the world. But how do we work together? Youth, older people, power, non-powerful, all of us, devoid of religion, political affiliation, whatever it is you can think about, which stifles the growth of anything. How can we come together and work to make sure that indeed we enjoy a democratic Nigeria without having to worry about who next is going to barge into my house? Because we've seen those videos, and I think a couple of my friends have had to experience that as well, with just police brutality and all of that. How do we go past this working independently and now beginning to work together as one Nigeria?
I think that young people right now need to understand. First, you need to go back to history and look back and into history and see where the origin of this, see the origin of this and realize that tribalism has never done us any good. Religious differences has never done us any good. We've seen the horrible effects this had on our parents and on the society in general and the country. And we need to make up our minds to do better and not allow ourselves to be bought by politicians who use tribal sentiments, to sow division. Because that's what it is. It's tactics. It's divisive tactics. And once you recognize it as that, we have to make up our minds that when we are one country, we need to have a unique national identity. You're not Hausa, you're not Igbo, you're not Yoruba, you're not Efik or Ibibio. You are a Nigerian, and you take pride in that you are a Nigerian. We're all Nigerian. And when we work together, we're able to build a country that we can be proud of. So recognize the ethnic division for what it is, just divisive tactics aimed at stealing your future. So if you recognize it as that, you come together and decide you're not going to be affected by this, because in reality, Igbos are marrying Yorubas every other weekend in Lagos. People we celebrate each other, we love each other. When our national team is playing, we all celebrate and jubilate as Nigerians. If Afrobeat is winning, nobody is saying that this person is a Yoruba artist, that person is an Igbo artist. It's a Nigerian artist. That's what we say. So we look at these things that bring us together and decide that we're not going to let politicians use ethnicity and religious sentiments to sow division. We are one country, we are one people, we are Nigerians.
Oh my goodness, Fola, this has been a great conversation with you, and I wish we could totally continue and talk about all the food, and because Nigeria has really, really good food, guys. Apart from Ghana, Nigeria has really good food.
Oh, please, don't let's get into that right now.
I had to go there a little bit, except that now that Ghana has won the Jollof, challenge. You've accepted it.
No, you have not won it. You have absolutely not won it.
Well, you are living outside this world, because Nigerians have accepted that our jollof is way better. You know this. Let's not get into that. But my favorite...
Please, let's not get into that at all.
My favorite Nigerian food is not jollof, definitely not jollof. It is efforiro.
So what is your favorite Nigerian food?
The soup would definitely be efforiro and a bar, white rice, whatever. I mean, effor with anything, I'm good with it. Yes, yes.
Nice.
So this afternoon, I could be going to eat effor in Nigeria. You never know. And banga as well. Banga soup is good. Banga is good. Banga is good. So banga with starch. Okay.
It's really good, actually.
Yes, banga is good.
And it's very good with rice. Have you tried banga and rice?
No, I've tried banga and starch, not banga and rice. Rice, it has to be a four.
Oh, that's an elite meal right there.
Okay, we do all this stuff here. But Fola, thank you so much for joining us. We should actually meet I'm not coming to meet you where you are. We should actually meet in Nigeria to do this conversation again. But thank you so much for spending time with us this morning.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, I am definitely looking forward to it. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your time this morning. And happy Democratic Day to you. Keep pushing the agenda. Keep being your incredible self. We really appreciate you this morning. Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for also joining us. Yes, we've been having conversations. We just had a conversation with Fola Folayan. She is a journalist and executive director at the Radio Masterclass. And we're talking Democratic Day in Nigeria today. Again, to our brothers and sisters in Nigeria, we want to wish you a happy Democratic Day. Like we just had this big conversation. It is one Nigeria. Let's work together to give it a good face and a good name, and let's continue to keep pushing the agenda of togetherness and unity, of course. Well, this is the AM Club. We're moving straight to the plug right after this.
Drama, betrayal, faith, forbidden love. What would you do when life writes a chapter you didn't ask for? Every broken pen has a story to tell. Every story has a lesson to learn. But the question is, how do you fix it? The Broken Pen Show is back. Real stories, raw truths, and maybe, just maybe, the answers you've been looking for. Hi, ladies. Hi. Your story isn't over. Let's fix it together with a cold glass of Nax cocktail. Catch the Broken Pen Show every Thursday at 8 p.m. only on MX24 TV. My name is Yabita, and I am your host. Cheers.
I want to find out one thing. What happened with you and Kuti?
One day Kuti calls me and says, bro, I want to do my solo album. Ghana, if somebody go, blah, blah, even for the media space right now, go talk your mind right now, they go talk to they go blacklist you. Event organizers self, they go, then boom, balance one.
Honestly, was a part of our group. One of the times we featured on 9,010 laughs. Fluid. So I called him, so speak to my manager. Where?
Patience is a virtue that carries a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Always know that you live to fight another day.
I feel say we musicians, one thing we like do, we know how to create. Yeah. But the business part, we know the add them to whatever we do.
Right now, as I start here, everything is about marketing. If you like
the people I was looking up to, these two boys called famous people. Their work looked like they had like they were like 17 people or 20 people.
To the virtual world with us, where passion produce on content like you've never seen. You're welcome to the VGA Esports Show, where we'll be producing top-level esports action and the gaming stories from all around the world.
I'm walking alone, the street empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette.
This is what we want, because without media, people can't hear. And VGA's approach in creating the content, how they face together, it's much more appealing. And as I said again and again and again, they have documented our space in video, in graphics, in sounds as well.
Long live high school click. We are more than
Watching me live on High School Click. Don't go nowhere. Silly. Watching me live on High School Click. Don't go nowhere. Silly.
The Bible said that we are not of those who shrink back, but of those who believe to the salvation of the soul. You know, some wants to do things in circumstances and situations that when people see, they will acknowledge that this is not the effort of man, but this is the so to life meant Christ. Life meant living for Christ. Life meant serving Christ. Christ in you, the hope of glory.
CGC Evangel Temple presents The Kingdom Culture with Reverend Eric this and every Sunday at 3 p.m. Don't miss out.
Okay, you're watching MX24 TV, and this your boy Perez Music. Ciao!
Hi guys, how you doing? This is your boy SDK, and I'm here on MX24. It's fun. It's fearless. And it's factual.
What's up, everyone? My name is Adina Thembi, and you're watching MX24. We are fun, fearless, and factual. Get it right.
What's up? My name is Akwabwa, and you guys are watching MX24. Keep watching. I love you.
They say the portion they gave me was what I will become was never ever told. Now you're watching the beast in me unfold. I'm immortal. Dracula untold. What's up, people? This is your rap goddess Eno Baroni, and you watching MX24. Keep watching it. One tear say dead it.
Your songbird Jackie. Keep watching MX24.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Last Minute. You watching MX24.
You know what it is up on now, yeah. Big shout out to MX24. Keep watching. It's up on now, Malians.
Yo, what up? What's up? This be Quasi out there, and keep watching MX24. Keep it locked. Dee-da-dee.
Vibing, Uber waiting outside. I don't care, I'm still in my towel, dancing in my towel. Hey guys, it's me, your one and only Davi Diva, Black Star Barbie, Feli Nuna, and you're watching MX24. Don't go nowhere, because Davi Diva Ejeleme says so. Mwah.
celebrating Nigeria today, and it's Democracy Day in Nigeria. It's a public holiday, so most Nigerians are home today. We want to send our love to you, and we say that we grow from here, okay? When 2025 and the conversation gets better from here. Well, we're moving straight to the entertainment space, where Nigeria for the past 10 years have dominated when we talk about music, when we talk about movies in recent times, when we talk about content creation. Nigerians are taking over, and we cannot even deny that fact. Well, joining me all the way from Nigeria, because so again, we're crossing over to Nigeria, we have Soundz and Ayox joining me via Zoom. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
How are we doing?
We're good. How are you doing?
I'm blessed, very, very beautiful. And okay, this morning, I'm Udwak, so I'm Nigerian. So today I'm representing Nigeria. So I'm feeling Nigeria. I'm feeling Eba. How are we doing? What's going on? Are you currently in Nigeria?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So who am I speaking to now? Okay, so that's Ayox. Ayox is in green, and Soundz is in black. Okay, gentlemen, it's good to see you. Really good to see you. Happy Democracy Day as well.
Thank you. Same to you, since you're Nigerian.
Since I'm Nigerian now. Happy Democracy Day to us. Or do you say to us?
Anyone.
Right. But what is the atmosphere like in Nigeria this morning? Just celebrating. It's a holiday, I believe. So, what is it like? What is it feeling like currently? Are you both in the same state? Ayox, can you tell me where you're located right now?
I'm in Lagos, actually.
And
Soundz?
Okay, so you're both in Lagos.
Yes.
Okay, so what is the atmosphere like?
I mean, the vibe is cool. The vibe is calm. I think I stepped out today already.
Okay.
And, everybody seems to be on a chill mode. It's not as, tasky as a normal Monday or a normal Wednesday or Thursday should be.
Yeah.
So it's pretty calm.
Okay, so you have lived through since, of course, you were around 1999. Been living in Nigeria your entire life, I believe, and so you have celebrated Democracy Day since its inception. What would you say will be one of your favorite things to say about Nigerians' democracy as an entertainer? Also, we want to talk about the fact that you lot have taken over the entertainment scene. When we're talking music, and when we're talking music, it's not just secular music. We're talking gospel music even. We're talking high life that you people are claiming is yours and all of that. We're forgiving you today. We'll talk about that later. We're talking movies, content creation on social media. Like, you lot have taken over the space in entertainment. But when we talk about living in Nigeria as a young man, as a young entertainer, do you feel the democracy in living in Nigeria as a young man?
Ayox, you want to go first?
Ayox, you want to take that?
Oh, now he wants to put me on the spot.
Please take it for me. You're the one representing Nigeria. You're the one wearing green and white, too.
Actually, I would just do it. Well, growing up, the first time I would understand what June 12 means was because my dad used to have like a sticker that says June 12 is the answer on his shelf at home. I think that was the first time I would understand what June 12 is all about. But personally, for me, I don't think I pay much attention to like the democracy or whatever is going on in the country in that aspect. So I don't really have much idea. I don't know if Sound does though. Well, personally, I feel like for Nigerians, we are built to naturally. We just have this natural goal-getting spirits. Like every day we are up to something. We are always up to something. So holidays like this kind of like remind us of how far we've come as a country and as a people, and just taking a step back to reflect on the progress and everything that we've accomplished so far. So that's what it seems like for me, and also like reflecting on where we need to go and things that we need to do, because we are not perfect. We are far from perfect. So there are still so many areas and aspects that we need to like be better, even the music, the entertainment, the politics, the economy. There's still like so many things that we need to get right. So
times like these are like days that remind us of, what are the things that are not fully in place and what are the things that we've done right over the times or done wrong.
I'm going to stay with you, Soundz. Still on this conversation, so many years down the line, receiving or attaining democracy or just being a democratic state, as an entertainer, back again to what you do, do you see it reflect on the business you do? Do you see growth in any aspect of the business you do? Because again, I know that some of you, or most Nigerians, don't play with your predecessors, what they have done, what they have contributed to the industry you belong to. Let's reflect on that as well. Do we see progress in there? Yeah.
Personally, the music has always been like a mouthpiece to what the people feel. So, and back in the days, people that have, likes of them Fola, that have used their platform, their music to speak for the people, to help people to, overcome certain problems, to loud things that people would naturally not be bold enough to say.
Yeah.
So I feel like we are like carrying on that torch. We are carrying on that legacy to always be like a mouthpiece for the world, for our country at least. Whatever it is we are going through, whatever it is we are passing through, whatever it is that we feel like that it's not right. We are obliged to say it that you guys should pay attention to this. So I feel like that is like one of the responsibilities that we have as creators and musicians. We have to like always be like the ones to point things out, even when people cannot say it.
And Fola is a great example of that. And we definitely have to give that back to Ayox. For you, how do you want to use your platform to push this agenda of Nigeria is no longer under military rule? Nigeria is supposed to be a democratic state where we get to speak as young people, where we young people have a say in governance, in the economy, and what has to happen right for the country. Because and I'm going to start this conversation from since NSAS, right? Before NSAS, we didn't really understand what was going on in Nigeria, but the world saw what it was like, and after that, lots of young people, including entertainers, we've seen Fowls in the front of this conversation, we've seen Tiwa Savage, we've seen Davido, we've seen lots of musicians come out to speak on the living condition in Nigeria. How are we going to use your platform, Ayox, to perpetuate this agenda so that maybe next year when we come back here, we'll be like, oh, it got better from there?
I believe I'm Nigerian first before being a musician. So regardless of whatever it is platform that I have, it is my right as a Nigerian to always like speak up whenever I feel like there's like injustice done, or maybe the government needs to do better on something. So I mean, having a platform is just a plus, because I could remember during NSAS, I don't think I have much attention on me. I don't think I have like a big platform, but I still make sure that I exercise my right as a citizen by going out, protest and everything. But right now that there's like more attention, there's like more platform, a bigger platform, I believe if there's anything like that happening, then definitely now, if I'm preaching, if I'm telling, if I'm like using my platform to like talk to maybe 50, 100 people, now it's like, it's like 1,000 people listening to me, and you get what I'm saying. So I mean, it is very important to always, as a Nigerian first, aside from being a musician, having platform or not, to always like speak up whenever I feel like, this so thing has to be done, this thing has to be done. So I mean, the way I would use my platform, aside from, I'm not the type to make a song about whatever goes on in the country, because most times it does not end well. I'm sorry.
Maybe we're going to make one. We're going to have to make one.
Yeah. I mean, I always want, speak up whenever I have to.
Right. So I'm going to put both of you on the spot. Okay. If you both, all of you are going to answer this one. If you both could write an anthem for Democracy Day, what would be the main message in that anthem? Soundz, it's over to you. Wow. What would be the main message? Yes.
First thing is, the people I feel like we just need more love. Um, that's that's what I feel like is the basis of a whole lot of things in life. With love, we can do so much better in every aspect. You know, as a nation, as a people. When you genuinely love, you think of your neighbor. You think of not hurting your neighbor. You think of, oh, you know, I shouldn't have all these much resources to myself. I should share. You know, I should give back to the people. I should do this, I should do that. And, you know, we will do better. So if I was to write an anthem, and being the lover boy that I am, my first
We
message
see your lover boyness. We see it. Okay, so it will be on love, eh?
Love.
Your main message will be love.
Love, yes.
Ayox, you?
Mine would be empathy, actually.
Ooh, powerful.
I believe, because one thing that I've realized over the years is that I don't know how the government will be able to, like, you know, fix this nation, because it seems like a lot, I'm not going to lie. And what you said about, you know, loving each other, because I believe that if we love each other as a person, it is a person that turns into a government worker. So it all starts from who you are as a person, like us individual. Because, I mean, our governments are not invisible. They are human like us. They have blood running in their veins. But I would say empathy, you know, not just seeing something from your own side of the world. Always, like, empathize with the people that does not have as much as you do. And it does not really have to be about the government alone, about the citizen, you know. There are so many people that are actually doing well that are not even the government. I mean, you could, like, empathize with the poor. Do whatever it is you can for the next man. I feel like if we could do like that, I feel like the country will get better. So my message would be empathizing with each other, actually. Like putting each other in each other's shoes.
I could have never thought you both were going to say those two. Like, you both are absolutely amazing. These are two powerful vehicles that drive the human race. And for me, empathy, love is... I'm coming to Lagos. Like, what's the time? What's the next flight to Lagos? I'm coming to Lagos. We're celebrating Democracy Day together. Before I let you go, looking at reflection and hope, looking at how far our country has come, do we feel hopeful about the democracy we claim we have attained? Because we had a conversation with Fola earlier, and she was saying that on paper, it says it's a democratic state. It says Nigeria is a democratic country. But are we really? In reality, there are certain things that, you know, Nigerians are not enjoying. Police brutality. Sometimes when you're voicing out your frustrations, before you know you're behind bars, you kind of speak to power and all of these things. Are we hopeful that maybe in the next couple of years, democracy will be very visible in the lives of Nigerians?
Yes. And if because, you know, like he said, it's not going to happen overnight. And it takes all of us. We have to, like, work together to achieve that. So from me saying, oh, I want to be a better person, me thinking about my neighbor, thinking about, this life is not just about me. It's so much more than, you know, what I just see. Thinking about people that can't afford some basic needs that you can afford. And if you have a platform to help, you help. Looking at that, if every single person has this energy and works with this energy down to the government, you know, like you said, I can be a normal person and tomorrow I'm in the government. You know, you never can tell. So if everybody is moving with the mindset of progress and the mindset of love and empathy, we should be able to make significant progress in the coming years. That's, like, how I feel, because even the police are human beings too, the politicians are human beings too. Everybody is human. There's no, I don't think anybody's an AI. So
At least not yet.
At least not yet. So I feel like with those key elements in mind, we should see significant progress in the coming years.
Awesome. Ayox, anything you want to say to that before we get into projects and all the amazing things you're doing? Awesome.
Yes, actually, like, blend it. But me, I would pick it from an angle of the system. I just hope that in future the system gets better, because a lot of times there are so many people, like, that's that. Because one thing that I've noticed from going around, traveling from one state to another, meeting different police, actually, it made me understand that there are so many good people among them too. It's just that the system is the problem most of the time. So I just feel like, I just hope that in future the system gets better as a person. We stay hopeful. Nothing is impossible. Nigeria go better.
The God.
Yes, yes, I like that energy. Now, guys, let's get into your projects. Any new stuff coming out soon, or any new stuff we're working on now? I'm going to start with you, Ayox.
Yeah, I just dropped my second project titled When Nobody's Watching. And before When Nobody's Watching dropped, I had this song called Akwaba that I came to Ghana.
Akwaba.
Right. I actually thought Ghana. I did a couple of, and I'm also coming back to Ghana ending of this month for my first club tour and everything. So, I mean, I just dropped my project and I'm going on a club tour to Ghana. So I feel like that's all you need to know right now.
We're waiting for you. I'll be right behind you in the club, just cheering you. Don't worry. Awesome. Yeah. Again, so Soundz, any projects you were working on? Are you also coming to Ghana soon?
Yeah, at this point, anybody that knows me knows Ghana is like my second home at this point. As yeah, I'm also coming back to Ghana soon.
Okay.
I just dropped a song with Ghanaian artist Yao Iro. We did drop last month.
Okay.
I'm working on, as you can see, I'm in the studio. I'm working on more music for everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's so much more music coming, and I'll be back in Accra soon.
We'll love to see you very soon. And anytime you're in Accra, swing by the studio. Let's have a conversation about what you're doing in Ghana. And what was your favorite Ghanaian food though? Because I have talked about my favorite Nigerian food. My favorite Nigerian food is definitely going to be efo and any other kabo. Any kabo is good. And then also I like banga with stash maybe. Yes, those are my favorite Nigerian food. What's yours? Ghana.
For me, it's fufu and light soup.
Woo!
Love the way you guys do it. Like,
love it.
Anytime I'm around, there's a particular spot I go to get it.
Oh, love it. Yeah. Ayox, you? Any Ghanaian dish you love?
You might have to put me on, because I'm not gonna lie, all through my stay in Ghana, I've been to Ghana like maybe 2 different times. I'll
put you on.
Don't worry, we'll hook you up. We'll hook you up on something really good. Okay, guys, but in the future, are we looking at other collaborations in Ghana, and who are we eyeing? I'm going to start with you, Soundz.
I have a couple already. I have 2 songs with Olive the Boy.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I saw that. Sure. Yeah.
I have a song with this girl called Baba G. She's an amazing artist too. And looking forward, I have a couple surprises.
Okay.
I can't wait to share with you guys. And
share it now. I'm
excited.
Share it now.
I mean, I'm gonna give you one. I have a song with Jackie. So
Jackie, yay! We love that. Oh, you're working. Okay. Ayox, shock me. Ayox, any collaborations coming up soon?
I've got Last Minute on my project, on this project I just dropped. Song. And I have one other song with Last Minute, but the song I have with Kojo Black is out of this world.
You do not have a song with Kojo Black. You don't. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's lovely. You guys are working. Yeah. Okay. So you're technically Ghana, Nigeria then. Okay, there we go. But what I've actually noticed is that you lot are staying with the young G's, like your squad, the new generation squad. Anything outside that bracket?
It's supposed to be a surprise. I mean, when you guys get it, it's supposed to surprise you. So
okay, so we should wait. I love surprises, so I'll wait. Yeah. This one, I love me a surprise like every now and then. So okay, we're going to wait for that surprise. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on the show. This has been a good, super great great conversation, and we're looking forward to you coming to Ghana. Ayox, we have to look for what to hook you up on. We have Wache and Fufu. We can hook you up on Banku as well. So just come through and let us know the end of this month. Sounds, thank you so much as well for joining us on this conversation. Happy Democratic Day, or Democracy Day to us all. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Oh, my goodness, guys. This has been a great show today in celebration of Democracy Day for all Nigerians around the world. We want to say we are a work in progress. The entire world is a work in progress, but we're glad that we at least have something to work with. Follow the words on, we have it on paper, is good enough. That's a good place to start from. But every Nigerian knows that there is work to do, and we are all working together to have a united front in Nigeria. So happy Democracy Day to my people them in Nigeria. I keep saying that you guys never know. Me, I'm spontaneous. You just never know. The next hour you could be seeing me in Nigeria. You know, you just never know. I could do that. Anyway, my name is Uduak Mensah. Right here on the show is the AM Club, coming to you every single day of the week, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Of course, you can also join us online. It's MX24GH on all social media platforms. Connect with us. Let's build this wonderful family together. See you again tomorrow.
Somebody feel the